All right, B2B sales. Why do businesses buy from you? Or why will they buy from you? And what are the stages you got to go through? There's 3 stages that you have to take your brand and your product through before a business will buy to you. What's my credibility in this space? Both of my businesses so far are B2B. Helping Hands, B2B, selling to property management companies, or more so the properties than the property management companies, but selling security guard services. And then EZOS is a direct sell to property management companies. When you're looking at COOs, VPs of property management, the CEOs, understanding they want to make the decision here. But B2B sales is what I understand, what I do. I try to stay out of the consumer side of sales. But for anybody that's looking to get into B2B sales, these are the 3 things you got to do to get to a buy. They got to know you, they got to trust you, and then they will buy from you. So that's the pyramid right there. So how does somebody get to know you? This is where you come from some type of recognition, some type of like, oh, I've seen them before. Oh, I've heard of them before. Like they got to get to that point, right? And for me, how I've done that is email campaigns, email marketing, basically just sending out emails to specific individuals and specific people and telling them this is what the value add, this is the value add we have, this is the value we can bring. And from there, they begin to like be like, even if it's bad, even if it's like bad, there's no press that's bad press, right? It's kind of how I look at like email marketing is that at least they're getting to understand me. Even if they don't want me in their inbox, at least they're knowing who I am, what my product is, and what I do. It keeps showing up, it keeps showing up, it keeps showing up. The next thing is ads. So I'm just getting into the ad space. Most of my business have been built in email campaigns, doing direct sales that way. But ads is good for getting warm leads, getting people to your website, getting impressions, getting engagement on your posts. So being present in social media, the social media channels that your buyers are at, doing ads on those specific social media channels. SEO, all those different type of things like that. Making sure you're showing up in Google searches. All those different type of things let people know who your business is and what you guys do. So trying to increase the awareness, increasing the brand recognition is the first step. Once you get to the second step, they gotta trust you. So how do you build trust with a B2B client? When I first started off with my businesses, specifically with Helping Hands, how I built trust was I would, even if I only had one customer, I would get that one customer to write a reference, right? To write a reference of what their experience was working with us. I would send that out to anybody else that I'm emailing from that side of the fence. So that was my only way to provide that level of trust, right? Was to say, hey, I work for this person, this is how they say my business is. And I'm talking about just one customer. Like if I do that one customer well, it can grow me into so many more customers from that side of the fence. So if you do have one customer, don't overlook that customer is your most important customer. Don't be trying to get to customer 2 and customer 3 without taking care of customer 1, right? So that's how I kind of first started off with trying to build the trust. But once you get larger, get bigger, you can ask everybody to do references. We still try to get customer references. I think the customer is telling you their experience is extremely valuable. But also doing demos when you have a product, doing demos, doing free demos, doing pilots. I think that builds trust in people because people aren't going to buy if they don't trust you overall. So how can you build that trust from a product standpoint? One thing to point out is that Helping Hands is services. So when I'm doing services for people, experience matters, right? So that's why I use those references. But when you're talking about products, people want to get it, feel it in their hand, touch it, use it for a little bit without any risk of buying at that side of the fence and losing money on the product. So piloting is one of the ways with EZOS that we gain that trust. We let people get into our system, get into a sandbox, utilize it, and see for themselves if it offers them the value that they're looking for. And that's how we get to trust. And then after we get to trust, they buy from that side of the fence. So that's how you build your businesses in B2B, whether it's services, whether it's products. Get them to know you, email campaigns, ads, social media relevance, all those things, SEO, Google SEO, all those things would get you to become relevant and let people know you. Go to conferences, get a booth, all those different type of things like that will allow you to become known. But then after you're known, that only gets you to the next step, which is building trust. How do you build trust with people? References, customer testimonies, working with the biggest and baddest in the industry, or utilizing your website to say, hey, I work with this people. Because sometimes you get buyers that are like, if they're good enough for them, they're good enough for me. So being able to display the people that you worked with, using those logos on the website highly, using those names, those brand recognitions in your email campaign builds trust. And then also giving people free usages, pilots, sandbox. You can't really do that in the service industry because obviously your money is based off of the people that are working. So there's no really free concept, even though I did do a little bit of free at the very, very beginning. I would give like, hey, 1 day free type situation for like a big, large day. But for the most part in the service space, you can't give away free services. But in the product space, give it away for free for a month or two and allow for that to be the way that you build trust. But those are the 3 things. Those are the 2 things that you need to focus on. Some ideas of how you get those things done to get to an actual buying decision from a B2B client. So let them know you, let them trust you, then they will buy from you.